Hare Krishna. So thank you all for joining in for the Nectar of Devotion session this morning. We'll start with Jai Radha Madhava. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijanna Vallabha Girivardhari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijanna Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodhanandana Bradajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivardhari. Yashodhanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachari. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Damodar Radha, Damodar Radhe. Jaya Radha Rasa Bihari Radha, Rasa Bihari Radhe Radhe. Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Radhe Radhe. Jai Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Shri Radhe. Jai Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe. Jaya Radhe 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 Shri Radhe. Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Radhe Jaya Shri Radhe. Jai Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Gurudev Gurudev Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. नमो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र चिरविंद्रे सभी चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रील भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मायापुर नवदीप धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। सामवेद भक्तवृंद की जय। ऑल glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Srila Prabhupada की जय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजना सहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी निधि नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रधायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरदुषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनीश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरून् दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यमीश्वरं हरिः ओं तत्सत्। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Hare Krishna. So welcome you all again to the Nectar of Devotion session. So today we will be continuing with Sudurlabha. The devotional service is very rare, one of the primary characteristics of devotional service. And then we'll complete the three other characteristics of devotional service, and then we will summarize the first chapter of Nectar of Devotion. Before that, we'll offer obeisances to the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, especially Sri Rupa Goswami, who's given us this wonderful nectar of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, the summary study of which is given by His Divine Grace Avecharanaravindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. नाना शास्त्र विचारणैक निपुणौ धर्म संस्थापकौ लोकानां हितकारिणौ त्रिभुवने मान्यौ शरण्याकरौ राधा कृष्ण पदा रविन्द्र भजना नन्देन मट्टालिकयो वन्दे रूप सनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवा गोपालकौ वन्दे रूप सनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवा गोपालकौ वन्दे रूप सनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवा गोपालकौ। Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipunau. So the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan, headed by Rupa Goswami, they are very expert. Nipunau means expert. What are they expert in? Nana Shastra Vichara. That means expert in scrutinizing all of the revealed scriptures. Why? Sadharma Samstapakau. In order to establish the religious principles. Lokanau Hitakarinau. That means this is for the benefit. Why are they doing this? They are doing this analysis of the Vedic scriptures, and they are presenting this nectar of a devotion, nectar of instruction to us for the benefit of all human beings. Lokanau Hitakarinau. Hita means the benefit. Manyau Sharanya Karau. They are honored all over the 3 worlds. Radha Krishna Padaravinda Bhajana Nandena Mattalikam. Right? Radha Krishna Bhajana. That means we are all aspiring for Krishna Prema. So what we should be absorbed in? We should be absorbed in the mood of the gopis. What is the mood of the gopis? Always being engaged in Bhajana Anandena Mattalikam. Right? Absorbed in the transcendental service of Shri Radha and Krishna. In the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. Radha Krishna Pada Aravinda. The lotus feet of Shri Radha and Krishna. Vande Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyugau Shri Jiva Gopalakau. Offer my respectful obeisances under the 6 Goswamis, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Dasa Goswami, Jiva Goswami, Gopala Bhatta Goswami. So in this way, this particular verse actually summarizes what the contribution in terms of the Vedic literatures given by the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. This is one of the instructions given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to the Goswamis, and it was fulfilled by Sri Rupa Goswami writing Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction, which is Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu and Upadeshamrita. So with this brief introduction, we will now jump into the characteristic of devotional service. We'll just quickly revise what are the 6 characteristics of devotional service and what has been covered thus far, and then we will go on with the next. Right? The 6 characteristics of devotional service, they are described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Kleshagni Shubhadha Moksha Lagutakrit Sudurlabha Chandrananda Visheshatma Shri Krishna Akarshanichasha. Right, 1.1.17 of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu gives these unique characteristics of bhakti. What are those? Klesha Agni. We've already seen this. Klesha Agni means the ability to destroy suffering. Shubhadha. Shubhadha means devotional service can invoke auspiciousness. Third one, Moksha Lagutakrit. Moksha Lagutakrit means there is disregard for liberation, right? A devotee does not want any forms of mukti. We discussed what are the various forms of mukti. Sarupya, Salokya. Sayujya is completely rejected because there is no bliss in Sayujya. There is no bliss in merging with the Lord. We know that even when somebody merges with the Lord, one again falls down back because there is no bliss. Bliss is experienced only when there is devotional service. So Sayujya is totally ruled out. Apart from this, the four other muktis which are there, which are Salokya, Sarupya, Samipya, and Sarshti. That means being in the planet of the Lord, having the same form as the Lord, having the same opulences as the Lord, and living in the same loka as the Lord. All of this a devotee may accept provided there is an opportunity to do devotional service. That is why Moksha Lagutakrit. That means a devotee is not interested in it. Moksha Lagutakrit, right? And then Chandrananda Visheshatma Shri Krishna Akarshanichasha. So today we will start with Sudurlabha. The next one, we're going to start with the next characteristic of devotional service. What is that? Sudurlabha. Sudurlabha means devotional service is very rare. Chandrananda Visheshatma. That means devotional service can give pleasure to us, right? There is this beautiful verse in Bhagavatam. It says, Save pumsam parodharma yata bhakti radokshaje ahituki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. What can give satisfaction and pleasure to the heart of the jivatmas is devotional service. So Chandra Ananda can be experienced only by devotional service. And then Shri Krishna Akarshani Chasha, right? Krishna is all attractive. The name of the meaning of the word or the name Krishna itself means Sarvam Akarshati iti Krishna. So Krishna has the potency to attract everything to him. But what is it that attracts Krishna himself? So devotional service attracts the supremely attractive Lord Sri Krishna. So what are the 6 characteristics? Kleshagni, removal of all suffering. Shubhada, invoking auspiciousness. Chandrananda Visheshatma, that means giving us bliss. Sudurlabha, that means devotional service is very, very rare, right? Krishna will give anything else apart from devotional service, which we'll see today. And then Moksha Lagutakrit, that means one who is engaged in devotional service will disregard Moksha. And then Krishna Akarshani. Finally, it is Krishna Akarshani. That means devotional service actually attracts even the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Okay, so let me share my screen now. Now what we will do is we will start reading some sections of these 3 characteristics we are going to cover today. Starting with devotional service being very rare. Pure devotional service is rarely achieved. That's what we're going to start with. Okay, so the rareness of pure devotional service. I hope everyone is able to see my screen. Okay, the rareness of pure devotional service. That means Sudurlabha. It's not just Durlabha, right? Durlabha janama satsange torahure bhava sindhure vajahure mana Shri Nandanandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare, right? Govindas Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj sings this beautiful song where he's saying Durlabha Manava Janama Satsange. We have got this Durlabha Manusha form, right? Manava means this human form, which is very rare. Toraho Ebhava Sindhure. So we have utilized this human form of life to cross over the ocean of material existence. Right? But here what is described as devotional service is described as Sudurlabha, right? Durlabha means rare, Sudurlabha means very, very rare. Okay. In the purport, in the ensuing paragraph, Srila Prabhupada is very beautifully explaining how aspiring for devotional service is also not very hopeful, because Krishna does not agree to award devotional service to anyone, to merely anyone. Right? So we'll discuss this particular point, very beautiful point. Why does Krishna not award pure devotional service to anyone or everybody? Right? Why? Because Krishna becomes conquered by such a devotee to whom he awards Krishna Prema. Right? Arjuna tells Krishna, take my chariot to in between both the armies. What does Krishna do? Quickly he takes the chariot, right? In between both the armies, right? And then who else orders Krishna? Right? Some people need not even order, don't even have to open their mouth to order, right? In the Rasa Leela pastimes, when Krishna actually disappears from the Rasa Leela, he actually assumes the form of Narayan and he is staying there, right? When Radharani comes in search of Krishna, that time Krishna is not even able to maintain his four-armed form, right? He immediately gets back to his two-armed form, right? So because it's a desire of Radharani to only see Krishna in his two-armed Shama Sundar form, right? Krishna understood the desire and heart of Srimati Radharani, because Radharani is the supreme devotee of Lord Sri Krishna, right? And when Krishna is conquered by even the Sakya Bhaktas, the Dasya Bhaktas, the Vatsalya Bhaktas, what to speak of Madhurya Bhaktas, right? Krishna is completely conquered by their love, that they don't even have to order Krishna. Krishna will do what they want even before they even open their mouth and tell Krishna what they want. Right? And such kind of devotional service, Prabhupada mentions in the latter paragraph, such kind of devotional service can be only attained by the mercy of a pure devotee. Right? Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Leela 19.151 talks about Brahmande Brahmite Kona Bhagyamana Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bija. What does that mean? Okay, so we can ask some devotee to read it. Okay. Okay, I don't have it, Okay, fine. So what was I saying? Brahmande Brahmite Kona, right? Let me share this part of it, right? So I'm reading here. Devotional service can in fact be attained only through the mercy of a pure devotee, right? Who is that pure devotee? Guru and Krishna, right? Why is there no difference between the mercy of a devotee and Krishna? Because Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastra. We sing this song every day during our Brahma Murta time. We sing this Guru Ashtakam song, right? What do we sing? Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastre Yuktastata Bhavyata Eva Shadvi Kintu Prabhorya Priya Eva Tasya Mande Guru Shri Charana Ravindam. Sakshat Hari, right? Why is Guru equal to Krishna? Not that the Guru proclaims that I am Krishna, right? But the Guru is equal to Krishna because Guru is very, very dear to Lord Sri Krishna. That's what is mentioned in the word Sakshat Haritvena, right? Kintu Prabhorya Priya Eva Tasya. Because the spiritual master, the Guru, is very dear to Lord Sri Krishna, the mercy that is given by a pure devotee is equal to the mercy of Krishna, right? That's why this particular verse, Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela says, Brahmande Brahmite Kona, right? In all the worlds, right? Bhagyavan Jiva. There is only very few fortunate souls. Guru Krishna Prasade Paya Bhakti Lata Bija. Right? Guru Krishna Prasade. That means by the mercy of Guru and Krishna, what are we getting? Bhakti Lata Bija. And how do we, so this is just a seed which we've got of devotional service. But how do we make it pure devotional service? That is by watering the seed, by the process of what is described by Prahlad Maharaj, right? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedam. It all begins by Shravanam and Kirtanam. That means we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama Iva Kevalam, Kalo Nasteva, Nasteva, Nasteva Gatir Anyatha. Right? Simply by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra and hearing the Mahamantra properly, right? I was just discussing in the Brahma Murta time how when somebody asked Prabhupada, I'm not able to concentrate in my chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. My mind is going here, there and everywhere. Right? Many times Prabhupada answered differently. In this particular time, Prabhupada said, what is the use of the mind? You simply have to what was I saying? What is the use of the mind? You simply have to chant Hare Krishna and hear the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So this was what Prabhupada answered, right? So Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta Karaya Udaya. Shravanadi Shuddha Chitta. Right? Why are we not doing pure devotional service right now? Because our Chitta is not Shuddha. Chitta means consciousness. It's not Shuddha, it's not pure, because we have accumulated it with so much of anarthas, right? Lust, anger, greed, pride, envy, illusion. Right? How do we purify our consciousness so that we can perform pure devotional service? Simply by Shravanadi, right? By hearing the chanting of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. In this way. All right. And then going forward, Prabhupada is actually talking about the various people who have explained this process of devotional service, right? How it is very rare, right? The first and foremost, Prabhupada talks about Lord Shiva, right? Lord Shiva tells Parvati Devi, right? Aradhanam api sarvesham Vishnur aradhanam param tasmat paratram devi tadiyanam samarchanam. Right? What is the best form of worship? The best form of worship is worship of Lord Vishnu. But pure devotional service can only be experienced with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There cannot be pure devotional service to any other demigods. Right? Because why do we worship Goddess Saraswati? So that we get good academic knowledge, we get good knowledge, we get good understanding of subject matters, we get good marks. Right? Why do people worship the Uma Devi, the wife of Lord Shiva, to get a very nice husband? They worship Shiva to get a very nice wife. Right? So these kind of deals only happen with the demigods in 99% of the time. Of course, we know one pastime wherein somebody worships Lord Shiva, asking him, give me the best thing. And then Lord Shiva directs this person to devotional service, right? That Paparas Mani pastime with Sanatana Goswami. But that is very rare, right? But generally people worship the demigods only to get something back in return, which is 99% of the time something material. So what is Lord Shiva telling Parvati? Lord Shiva is telling Parvati that whatever one may obtain by worship of the demigods, they are all temporary. However, what is best is this pure devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And getting this, right, this Bhakti Lata Bija is very, very rare. Very, very rare. That's why it said Bhagyavan Jiva. Such fortunate souls are very rare. Yeah. And then Prabhupada talks about how Prahlad Maharaj gave the instructions of higher authorities that how one can attain devotional service only by the mercy of a devotee. Right? Prahlad Maharaj in his own pastime, we can see Prahlad Maharaj's pastimes. Something on the chat box is very, very distracting. Okay. So I'll just disable the chat box, right? We can share your realizations and your queries at the end of the session. Yeah. Just give me 1 second. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Okay, fine. I would request devotees not to put anything on the chat box right now because it affects the flow of thought. I will give you opportunities to ask queries also at the end of the session, and also you can also share your realizations. Right? We will complete by say 12:20 or 12:25, and then we'll have about 10 minutes of discussions and realizations and queries. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's get back. What was I saying? Right. These are various instances quoted by various pure devotees of the Lord. Right. Mahajana Yeneso Gana Gatasa Pantha. Who are the Mahajans? Lord Shiva is a Mahajan. Prahlad Maharaj is a Mahajan. Right? Swayambhu Narada Shambhu. Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Prahlado. No, what is that? Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumaro Kapilo Manuho. Prahlado Janako Bhishmo Balid Bayar Saki Vayam. Right? These are all Mahajans. Right? Now we are talking about how the Mahajans are telling that this pure devotional service is very rare to obtain. Right? One can get all the wealth of the world. One can become the most beautiful person in this world. One can get all the knowledge of this world. One can get all the strength of this world, right? Even if one gets all of the opulences in unlimited quantities, it will all die when the body dies. It is not eternal. It can be unlimited. It cannot be unlimited also, because somebody may be very intelligent, but that person may not be beautiful. Somebody may be very rich, but that person may not be knowledgeable, right? So some of us have some opulences in larger quantities, lesser quantities, etc. But however much one may possess, what happens? It'll all die with this body, right? It will not be eternal, right? But this pure devotional service, what we are obtaining by the grace of Guru and Gauranga, the grace of Guru and Krishna, this is most valuable and this is most rare. Why? Because there is no end. Swalpam api yasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Neha vikramanashosti pratyavayona vidyate. There is no loss or diminution, right, when one performs devotional service, right? Especially the rarity of devotional service is that when it is rendered with a pure heart, without ulterior motives, then the result that it can give cannot be measured by material means. Because it can actually take us back home, back to Godhead. It can give us Krishna Prem, right? Every day morning we chant that, right? Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must carefully safeguard against all of these offenses in order to attain the desired success, which is Krishna Prem, right? Why is the devotional service so rare? Because Krishna awards devotional service only to those people because he allows himself to be conquered by them and he gives them Krishna Prema. Right, he becomes conquered by them. Right, now let us go on to next in Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada is quoting Narada Muni. Narada Muni tells Yudhishthira Maharaj, right? What is he telling Yudhishthira Maharaj? That you Pandavas are very, very fortunate. Right? Why are you Pandavas so very fortunate? Because Mukunda, the one who awards liberation, right? Mukunda means one who awards liberation, became your eternal protector in such a way, right? Such a way that he also went as messenger. We all know how he went to the Kauravas asking them for 5 villages, right? Just give 5 villages to the Pandavas and we will avoid this Kurukshetra war. But they were not willing to give, right? Duryodhana was not willing to give even the land in which a pin could fall. Even that much land he was not willing to give, right? Why did he become the messenger of Pandavas? Because he actually considered the Pandavas the pure devotees, right? Whom does Krishna award this pure devotional service? Krishna awards pure devotional service. Why only to the Pandavas? Why only to Arjuna? Why only to Srimati Radharani? Why only to the gopis? Right? Because they have declared their desire to be, to sincerely wanting to perform something that is carried out only for the pleasure of the Lord. Right? They don't want to do anything that will bring them some kind of material benefit. Right? The last verse of Shikshashtakam by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Ashlishyava padratam pinishtumam adarshanan marmahatam karotva yata tathava vidadatu lampato mat prananatastu sa eva napara. When one develops this consciousness, oh Krishna, whether you are present before me, whether you are not present before me, whether you fulfill my desires, you don't fulfill my desires, you are my unconditional master ever. When we pray to Krishna like this, and then we want to chant Hare Krishna, we engage in devotional service, then Krishna will award us devotional service. Right? It is the sincerity of purpose that makes Krishna award us this particular thing. Right? So, what is this sincerity of purpose? Not having anya abhilashita shunyam. Again, we go back to the definition of pure devotional service. When anya abhilashita shunyam, no other desire. Jnana karmadi anavritam, not having any kind of materialistic expectations or jnana, that means knowledge that will increase our false ego. Right? Jnana karmadi anavritam. We don't want any kind of knowledge that will increase our false ego. We don't want any kind of material results by performing bhakti. Right? Anukulena Krishna Anushilanam Bhakti Ruttama. Right? When I sincerely desire to follow in the footsteps of the bona fide acharyas, my spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, and I want to render devotional service with exclusive pleasure of Krishna, for the exclusive pleasure of Radha Krishna, for the exclusive pleasure of Guru and Gauranga, then Krishna will bestow his mercy and give us this rare, pure devotional service, right? But we have to exhibit our endeavor, right? This is the auspicious month of Kartik, right? We are discussing every day how Mother Yashoda bound Krishna and how it was always 2 fingers too short. What was that? It's a lesson for us. Yashoda Maya is a pure devotee of the Lord, right? But what is the lesson? Our endeavor and then the Lord's mercy, right? And our endeavor should be such that we have to continue our endeavor until it pleases Lord, right? That's why Rupa Goswami very nicely says, nectar of instruction, Utsahat, Nisyat and Dhairyat. Utsahat, very easy, right? Where we can be very enthusiastic in performing devotional service, especially when we know the results of pure devotional service, which is Krishna Prem. Nishchayat, very we are convinced, right? Because Krishna, we are very clear. We've studied Bhagavad Gita, we've studied Bhagavatam, right? We are in the third canto of Bhagavatam in ICF session itself. We are very, very convinced because Krishna has demonstrated it in various pastimes. Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, right? How a devotee, Krishna sends a pure devotee and a person, even if he has material desires, if he surrenders to the spiritual master, automatically he's cleansed and he gets pure devotional service, right? Utsahat and Nischayat is there, but Dhairyat, right? Yashoda Maya ran behind Krishna, right? Prabhupada explains in the Krishna book, she has a bulky body, she's not able to run, she's feeling breathless. The flowers on her hair are falling down. In spite of all of this, Mother Yashoda is not giving up, right? She's running behind Krishna with so much of determination, utsahat, nischayat, and patience, right? Finally, when Krishna sees my mother is endeavoring with so much determination and she's so much patiently doing it in spite of being breathless, being so tired, then Krishna awards his mercy, right? So this durlabha, which is sudurlabha, devotional service, pure devotional service will be awarded to us when we express our sincerity and continue to perform devotional service with utsahat, nischayat, and dhairyat. All right. So this is how we explained sudurlabha. This is the fourth characteristic of devotional service. The next one is the happiness of becoming one with the Supreme. What is this? Moksha Laghutakrit. Right? This is talking about Chandrananda Visheshatma. Right? When do we get Chandrananda Visheshatma? Right? In this, Prabhupada explains three different kinds of happiness. What are those three different kinds of happiness? One is the happiness that is derived by material things. Oh, I got first rank in my school. Oh, I got a nice performance bonus. Oh, I got a promotion. Oh, I got married to a very, very beautiful lady. Right? Very happy, right? Momentary happiness. We're feeling very happy. Right? This is material happiness, right? Of course, we cannot deny. We do feel happy when something nice happens to us, right? Sometimes when we are praised, oh, it was a wonderful class. We feel very happy, right? That is happiness. That is material happiness, right? Because, after 5 minutes, that happiness level keeps going down, right? The law of diminishing marginal returns, right? Sometimes we have rasagulla, or gulab jamun, three gulab jamuns. Oh, very wonderful. Can I have more? Can I have more? We have 4, 5, 6, 7. And after that, oh, just don't show me that gulab jamun. If I look at it only, I'm feeling vomiting. Isn't it? So that is the nature of these happiness of this material world, right? Law of diminishing marginal utility keeps diminishing. As long as we get something, the more we enjoy something, the less we keep enjoying it, right? Because we can't take more. Okay, that is the first level. Second level is this merging with the Brahman, right? Brahma, Ananda. People do experience happiness, right? Because Brahma Bhuta, Prasannatma, na shochati, na kankshati. There is no hankering, there is no lamentation. But what happens? This Brahmananda is also not everlasting, like our material pleasure also, right? We get a huge sum of money, lottery. No? Wow, I'm the most happiest person, right? After that, maybe in the second or the third day, some thief will come in and steal it away, right? As long as we have the prarabdha to obtain a lot of money, we will get it. When we lose the prarabdha, or when those proper pious karmas get exhausted, we will lose all the money. Whether it's the same for beauty, knowledge, strength, wealth, whatever may be, isn't it? Similarly, Brahmananda is also very, very joy-giving, right? But that is also not eternal. Why? Because savipumsam parodharma yatabhakti radokshaje aitukya pratyata yayatma suprasidati. That bliss which is eternal can be obtained only by pure devotional service, which is unmotivated and uninterrupted. When we demonstrate unmotivated, uninterrupted devotional service, until Lord Krishna is pleased, we will get pure devotional service, which is sudurlabha. Right? And secondly, when we perform devotional service, then only we realize proper bliss. Otherwise, the happiness that is derived from material happiness as well as from Brahmananda is like the what is that? What is it called? There's an analogy that Prabhupada gives here. Yeah, okay. So here, the beautiful analogy Prabhupada is giving, this happiness of Brahmananda is like the water that is contained in the cow's hoof print, right? So there are two kind of analogies. One is, when one practices pure devotional service, one is able to cross this Bhavasagara This ocean of material existence becomes like the calf's hoof print. One can easily jump over it, right? Even a child can jump over it. That is one. Secondly, Prabhupada is giving the same example here of how the Brahmananda happiness, right, is like the happiness that is contained in the hoof print of a calf, right? So this is the same analogy Prabhupada is giving to explain the minuteness of Brahmananda, and also to explain the magnitude or the glory of devotional service, right? So this verse we can we will read this. One second. Yeah, I'll share this verse here. Some of the devotees can read it. One of the devotees can read this. Yeah. Okay. Samashutaye padapallavaplavam mahatpadam punyayesho murare bhavambudirvatsa padam param padam yad vadam natesham. Okay, anybody wants to read? You can raise your hand. Yeah, oh my God, so many hands. Okay, Ramakrishna Prabhu, you want to read?
Hare Krishna, I can read. For one who has accepted the vote of the lotus feet of the Lord, who is the shelter of the cosmic manifestation and is famous as Murari, or the enemy of the Mura demon. The ocean of the material world is like the water contained in the calf's hoof print. His goal is Param Padam or Vaikunta, the place where there are no material miseries, not the place where there is danger at every step.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. So this same analogy Prabhupada is giving here, right? Here in this particular chapter also, right? My dear Lord, some of the fortunate persons who are swimming in the ocean of devotion here, I now consider the happiness of Brahmananda to be no more than the water in the impression left by a cow's hoof print in the earth compared to this ocean of bliss. Right? So this is Chandrananda. What is Chandrananda Visheshatma? Chandrananda Visheshatma is the happiness that is experienced by performing devotional service. And in comparison to this Chandrananda Visheshatma, what is the happiness, Brahmananda and the material happiness? They are like the happiness that is contained within the calf's hoof print. Okay, and then Prabhupada is finally ending this particular section by saying, a devotee considers any happiness other than the happiness of devotional service as no better than the straw in the street. So in this way, we've covered two features today. One is Sudurlabha and Chandrananda Visheshatma. Now let us go on to the next one. The next one is, last one is Krishna Akarshani, right? We discussed how Krishna is all attractive. He attracts everybody towards him. Okay, but I'm only seeing blank screens. Krishna is not happy. Okay, so we will need devotees to switch on your cameras. Then only we will continue the class. Thank you, Karpavali Mataji, Bona Mataji, Shobha Mataji. Because Krishna Akarshani, how will we attract Krishna? By keeping black screens. Will Krishna get attracted if we open black screens? Then we are keeping ourselves opaque. Then we cannot understand anything. And that too, you are getting the class from somebody who herself is a sadhana bhakta. And if we are having a closed mind on top of that, then how much will go? You know, it will be completely zero, negative value. Okay. Hare Krishna. This is nice. Thank you very much. So finally, we are reaching the sixth feature of devotional service, sixth characteristic of devotional service, right? What is this? Krishna Akarshani, right? We know that Krishna attracts everybody, right? Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam shrimat urjitam eva va tat tat vibhuti mama tejom sambhava, right? Krishna is telling, whatever is attractive in this material world is but a spark of my splendor, right? Why is Krishna telling that? Because we are attracted by all these material things. Krishna is helping us remember, right? Krishna says, I am the taste of water. Soham apsu konteya prabhasmi sashi shuryo, right? I am the taste of water. I am the light of the sun and the moon. right? Pranavaha sarva vedeshu. I am the Omkara of the what is stated in the Vedas, right? Shabda ke paurusham drishu. I am the ability of man. I am the sound of ether. Why is Krishna saying all this? Because we are getting unnecessarily attracted to the material things, but Krishna wants us to get attracted to him. So Krishna is saying, I am the taste of water. When you're drinking water, think of me, right? In this way, come back to me, right? So what is it that is attracting Krishna to tell us all these ways, right? Because Krishna is attracted to pure devotional service. Sarvam akarshanam iti Krishna, such a Krishna who is all attractive, is attracted or is completely attracted by somebody who performs devotional service. That is the rarity of pure devotional service, that it can attract the most attractive person who is Krishna himself. That is what is explained here. That pure devotional service is so rare that it can attract even the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. And you all know why Krishna is called Madan Mohan, right? He is attractive even to the Cupid. That is why he is called Madan Mohan. But our dear Srimati Radharani, who is the mother of devotional service, why does Krishna like Radharani the most? Because Radharani exhibits pure devotional service, and Krishna is attracted by that pure devotional service so much that Krishna wants to appear as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Srimati Radharani, in the complexion of Srimati Radharani, to understand, oh my God, this person is rendering devotional service to me, but she is experiencing a happiness which is more than the happiness that even I am experiencing. What is the glory of the devotional service that is performed by Srimati Radharani? What are the qualities in me that is making Srimati Radharani become attracted to me? These are the three qualities. Because Krishna was attracted to devotional service, especially of that of Srimati Radharani, he appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is why we call Radharani Madan Mohana Mohini. The Madan Mohan, who is enchanting even to the Cupid and to the entire creation, whether the spiritual world or the material world. Right? It is said that Krishna, sometimes when he was walking in Hastinapur, there are all mirrored walls. When he looks in the mirror, he's thinking, hey, who's this beautiful personality? Right? Krishna is attracted by himself. But what is attracting Krishna more than his own reflection on the mirror is pure devotional service. That is why Krishna is more attracted to Radharani than his own self. Right? All of us, the best person whom you like the most is ourselves, isn't it? Janmasarthi kari kara paropakar. Right? Even the best of the mothers, right? When it comes to actually, only one of the lives can be saved, right? How many of us can very nicely declare and say, oh, I will give my life for my child, right? Even when our child grows up, we don't even allow the child to take their own pursuit of interest, right? Sometimes you tell the child, you have to become a doctor. I wanted to become a doctor. I didn't become a doctor. You should become a doctor. You should become a singer. Right? Sometimes we do it even in devotional service. I came into devotional service when I was 24. Oh, you are born in a devotee family. You should take up the path of devotional service right from birth. Right? Even in devotional service, we have selfish interest. Why? Because if my child becomes a pure devotee, my child will deliver 21 generations. Are we not expressing selfishness here? Is that not lurking in our mind as we grow up our children in Krishna consciousness also? Right? There is selfishness. Yeah, there is selfishness, and even Prabhupada explains how a mother's love is a very, very closest representative to the love that is there in the spiritual world. But in today's time, we see even that mother's love also so much. I am being a mother, I can talk for it, right? I can speak for myself. My love is not so selfless, right? This is the highest love that is there in the material world. But I cannot claim to be so much selfless that I don't even have 0.001% iota self-interest when I grow up my child, isn't it? So why is Krishna attracted to pure devotional service? Because that is the love of Srimati Radharani, Ahituki Apratihata. The person, or even the gopis of Vrindavan for that matter, right? The gopis of Vrindavan are willing to give the dust from their feet to Lord Krishna, knowing well that I will go to hell for millions of lifetimes. Even if it cures Krishna of 1 second headache, I am willing to go to hell for millions of lifetimes. So this is what attracts Lord Sri Krishna, right? And Krishna is saying, even I cannot experience that. And that is why Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? And then Prabhupada explains who are the people who can attract Lord Sri Krishna like this, right? Mahatmanas tumam partha daivim prakritim ashritah. Those great souls, Mahatmas, who take shelter of the internal pleasure potency of the Lord, Srimati Radharani, they have the potency to attract Lord Sri Krishna, right? I was hearing His Grace Amarendra Prabhu's class. Prabhu was saying, right, it is only by the mercy of Srimati Radharani that we can ever, if at all it is possible, only by the mercy of Srimati Radharani, right? He was giving an example of a government office. Like, generally there is scrutiny of the papers, right? Like that, when Krishna looks at our devotional file, kaisa hai? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, how is his devotee faring, right? At least when Krishna looks at my file, he will say, millions of lifetimes in the material world, put it in the dustbin, right? But if Srimati Radharani recommends us, saying, oh, this devotee is very nice devotee, she does so much nice seva, oh, please, take her, give her Krishna prema, then Krishna is not even opening the file. Radharani, you are convinced? Okay. The file goes to the dustbin, but I get Krishna prema. So that is the benefit that only Srimati Radharani can give us. And because of that selfless nature of Srimati Radharani, her devotional service is attracted to Krishna. When we are, as much as we are selfish, even in the progress of devotional service, pehla main, right? First, Bhagavan sabka bhala kare, lekin shuruaat mujhse kare, right? All of us have this attitude, right? Let us begin from me, right? That is good, but we cannot remain in that platform forever, right? Very, very difficult, right? But that is why we are praying to Srimati Radharani every day in this month of Kartik. Oh, Srimati Radharani, please give us the taste for pure devotional service. Pure devotional service is without any expectation. Anya abhilashita shunyam. I don't even want to get liberated. I don't even want to go to the spiritual world. Mama janmani shvare bhavatat bhaktir ahituki tvai. I don't want to go back to the spiritual world. I don't want to be in the same planet as the Lord. I don't want to get the same rupa as the Lord. I don't want to get the same knowledge, wealth of the Lord. No, I don't want all of that. Mama janmani shvare bhavatat bhaktir ahituki tvai. I want to eternally render service to the Lord, and such service I want to render which is unmotivated and uninterrupted. In no circumstances will my devotional service stop. That is the standard set by Srimati Radharani. That is why we pray to her every day. Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai Namo Ananta Leelaya Devaya Tobhyam. Yashoda Maiya bound Krishna. But why is Satyavrata Muni in this song praising Radharani, right? Namo Radhikayai Tvadiya Priyayai Namo Ananta Leelaya Devaya Tubhyam. Without the mercy of Srimati Radharani, we will not be able to bind Krishna. Binding Krishna means pure devotional service. Pure devotional service means Krishna will allow himself to be conquered. Krishna will allow himself to be bound up by our love. Krishna will allow himself to be captured in the karagraph of our hearts. Bilva Mangal Thakur sings, right? Karagraha. In my karagraha, I want to eternally capture you. All of that will happen if we follow the footsteps of Srimati Radharani. Following the footsteps of Srimati Radharani, even if we get 1% of selflessness, right, that Srimati Radharani has, then Krishna will be attracted by our devotional service. Krishna will be attracted by the devotional service that we render, and that will be the perfection of our life. Right? That is why it is said, Bhagyavan, right? Somebody who is able to get to this stage of pure devotional service, right? Like the Pandavas. In Bhagavad Gita also Krishna is saying, hey Krishna, hey Yadava, hey Saketi, right? I was calling you as Krishna, Madhava, etc. But when I'm seeing your Vishwarupa, the universal form, I'm thinking, oh my God, how could I call you like that? But Krishna did not enjoy this dialogue by Arjuna, that you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, you have so many mouths, you have so many arms, you have so many legs, all the demigods and demons are going into your mouth, coming out of your mouth. Krishna did not like this description, right? Krishna liked that. Hey Yadava, hey Saketi, oh Yadava, come, sit down, let's have meal. That is what Krishna likes. That is pure devotional service. Why did Arjuna ask for the Vishwarupa form? That is for all of us. We don't declare ourselves tomorrow that I am a gopi, I am Krishna, I am the Lord. That time if somebody declares like that, we will tell them, show your Vishwarupa. Pick up the Govardhan hill and stand for 7 days with your small finger. Then I will accept your Krishna, like that. So, God is great, but devotional service is greater than God. Why? Because devotional service attracts God. Because devotional service attracts Krishna, who is the most attractive. Right? And then Prabhupada ends this chapter by saying, this is the proof of how great devotional service is. What is the proof? That whether it is the Pandavas, whether it is the Sakhas, whether it is the Gopis, whether it is Srimati Radharani herself, right? They are so selfless in their devotional service that Krishna can't help himself but be attracted to their pure devotional service. Hence, devotional service is greater than Krishna himself. Hare Krishna. So with this, we will end. Now we will, I'll just show you one screen, which this will be a summary of what we have done in this entire chapter number 1. We have about 10 minutes for the summary, and then we'll take about question and answers and realizations for another 10 minutes. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, it's not coming full screen. Just 1 second. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to quickly share the screen. We'll discuss this in the next 10 minutes, and then we will take questions and realizations. Okay, so this is chapter 1 of the Nectar of Devotion, which we've been hearing for the last couple of days. So this chapter is entitled Characteristics of Pure Devotional Service. So we started with the definition of devotional service, which is Anya Vilashita Shunyam, Jnana Karmadi Anavratam, Anukulyena Krishna Anushilanam, Bhakti Uttama, right? And then we went on to the 6 characteristics of devotional service. Okay, so here we are going to see, if you can, I'm just highlighting it here. So paragraphs 4 to 15 spoke about Kleshagni. That is the first characteristic. Kleshagni, relief from any kind of distress. Right? Krishna tells, Sarvadharman Parityaja, Maam Ekam Sharanam Praja, Aham Tuam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Mashvitaha. I will deliver you from all sinful reactions. So that was what was elaborated by Prabhupada. So that is Kleshagni. Second one is, which paragraph 16 to 21 dealt with Shubhadha, or all auspiciousness. That means the performance of devotional service in itself is the most auspicious activity. And then we went on to Moksha Lagutakrit. Moksha Lagutakrit means the value of moksha is also 0. The devotee does not give importance to moksha at all. Then Sudurlabha. That's where we started our today's session. Sudurlabha. Sudurlabha means very, very rare. And then we went on to Chandrananda Visheshatma, where we described the 3 different types of happiness, which is material happiness, then the Brahmananda, or the happiness of merging with the Lord, and then finally the Chandrananda Visheshatma, which is the devotional service that leads to eternal bliss. And then finally, what is the last one? Shri Krishna Akarshani. That means, what is it that attracts one to the Supreme Personality of Godhead? It is pure devotional service itself. That is why pure devotional service is even greater than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. Right? So these terminologies, I will share this summary screen, summary slide at the end of the session today. So here, what are we seeing in this entire characteristic of devotional service? We see how it progresses. Right? One is, first of all, when we clear our hearts of all the anarthas, only then there is place for auspiciousness. Only then there is place for prema in the heart. So this follows the logical sequence, wherein it starts off with Kleshagni, then it goes on to Shubhadha, then it goes on to Moksha Lagutakrit. That means, even liberation is becoming not so important. And then it goes to Sudurlabha. That means devotional service is very rare. And then it talks about Chandrananda Visheshatma. It gives pleasure to the one who is rendering devotional service. And finally, it also gives pleasure to the person who is served, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is Krishna Akarshani. So in this way, these are the 6 characteristics of pure devotional service. I thank you all for your very kind attention. With this, we will end today's session. We have about 10 minutes wherein we can take questions, we can take realizations from all the devotees, any suggestions, how we can do it better. In this way, we will take it forward. So thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koji Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada Srila Gurudev ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Dandavat pranams. Yes, Shobha Mataji, go ahead.
Mataji, Dandavat pranam Mataji. Hari Bol. I have a very silly doubt. I don't know. The thing is, we were speaking about Salokya, Sarupya, Sayujya and all, no Mataji. Only pure devotees will go to Goloka Vrindavana for doing the devotional service to Krishna along with the gopis, if they have pure devotees. And all these devotees who get the Sayujya, Sayupya, Salokya, all these, where they will land.
So, Sarupya means you get the same form as, Vishnu.
Place they will go.
Vaikunta.
Okay.
They will go to Vaikunta Loka, because all of them, even if when you see Ajamil, right, when Yamadutas come, Vishnu Dutas also come, right? So all of those devotees will have the same form as the Lord, which is 400 form of Vishnu, right? But these Vishnu Dutas had the service, right? They came to claim, so they are also engaged in service. So you can be in Sarupya, but a devotee will accept it only when there is service opportunity, right? So that's what it is. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Sunita Mataji, anything you want to share?
Hare Krishna Mataji. No, I just want to ask you a question, Mataji. Does a Madhyamadhikari experience all these characteristics, Mataji, of devotional service like you described? Or these 6 characteristics?
Yeah. So, so there is sometimes what happens, like Prabhupada is an Uttamadhikari, right? But Prabhupada came down to the platform of a Madhyamadhikari, because only a Madhyamadhikari will do those 4 things. That he will avoid the envious, he will become friendly with devotees, he will praise the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he will be compassionate to people, right? That's why he goes and preaches. So in this case, when a Uttamadhikari actually comes down to the platform of Madhyamadhikari, he will still is Uttama in his internal heart. So such kind of Madhyamadhikaris who preach the glories of the Lord also experience these transcendental symptoms. But a person who is now growing from a Kanishta to a Madhyamadhikari, that means in the process of purification also, many of us preach the glories of the Lord by the grace of Guru and by the instruction of spiritual master. So such devotees who are progressing upward, where the Cheto Darpana Marjanam is still happening and they are doing the service, they may not experience all of these devotional service. Yeah,
thank you, Mataji.
Does it answer? Yeah, Hare Krishna. Okay, Prabhu, Virendra Prabhu, you have anything?
Yes, I have one question, Mataji. Means while performing devotional service, we have a lot of anarthas within anartha nivrutti stage, like lust, greed, anger. So how to overcome that and become a Shuddha Bhakta, because we are Sadhaka Bhaktas. And today you explained about Shuddha Bhakti, but we will never experience that Shuddha Bhakti stage unless and until we have anartha nivrutti in us. So I just wanted to know that. Means Ruchi, Asakti, Nishtha, those stages.
Correct. Yeah. So I explained in the class Utsahat, Nischayat, Dhairyat, right? So the longest stage in Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava and Prema, the longest is Anartha Nivritti, because we have accumulated in so many lifetimes so much of anarthas that it is taking so much of time to clear, right? So what do we have to do? Continue devotional service like Mother Yashoda did. Mother Yashoda didn't have any anarthas, right? Yet Krishna made her run. Why? It is a lesson for us, right? We have accumulated so much of anarthas, but we want results like this. Oh, I'm chanting 16 rounds for 20 years. Still, I'm not getting taste. We don't know what we've been doing for the last 20 janmas, isn't it? We've been chanting 16 rounds for 20 years, but how many previous janmas, 20 years or more, 20 janmas or more, we have done, whatever karmas we have done, we don't know. We don't know the full picture, isn't it? So, very simple formula, Utsahat, Nischayat and Dhairyat. With enthusiasm, we continue our devotional service. We are convinced that by simply performing this devotional service, we will attract the mercy of Krishna, and patience, very important. We continue with enthusiasm and conviction and with patience until we receive the mercy of Lord Krishna, right? And then Prabhupada says, just like a man who's very hungry, but he eats his food, has prashadam, automatically feels, I am satisfied. Like that, when we reach a particular stage of pure devotional service, we will be satisfied simply by performing the devotional service. Until such time, Utsahat, Nischayat, Dhairyat. tat tat karma pravartanat sangatyaga sato vritte sadbir bhaktir prasidyati. In the association of devotees, with enthusiasm, with determination, with patience, we have to execute the process of devotional service. And then Prabhupada says, we will attain our desired goal slowly but surely. This is a guarantee by Prabhupada. Okay, Prabhu?
Okay, means until that we remain sadha bhakta only. We don't become pure devotees. We don't know what is the pure devotion stage. We remain as sadha bhakta.
Yeah, the Prabhupada says, the proof of the pudding is in the eating, right? Jab rasa, that's why, like I think Amrendra was giving this example, or I don't know, Shubhilas Prabhu, somebody, right? For example, somebody may tell us, right? There is very nice gulab jamun that is, that is being cooked in the kitchen, right? Sitting outside, wow, acha sugandh aa raha hai, right? But then we go and then we are able to see, right? Does that give pleasure? Yeah, it gives us some kind of pleasure. Oh, this gulab jamun is nice, right? We should not be doing this, because we have to offer to Krishna and then have it, right? I'm just giving it as an example. But when we actually relish the gulab jamun, when we actually offer it to Krishna and put it in our mouth, that time nobody needs to tell us, oh, the gulab jamun tastes like this. No, by seeing, by hearing or smelling the smell, not some kind of experience is there, but full experience is not there. But when we put that in our tongue and we'll relish the gulab jamun, full experience is there. Like that, when we reach there, we will experience it and we will know it. As of now, very theoretical. All this, we'll get all this.
Which means Krishna decides that whether we are Shuddha Bhakta or like Sadha Bhakta. Means Krishna decides. Krishna's mercy.
No, Krishna does not decide, Prabhu. Radharani has already established a standard. This is pure devotional service. Ahetuki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. Whatever condition, whatever situation I am placed in, ashlishyava padaratam pinashtumam. Yes, so we can say that the standard is established by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right? If we reach the stage of the 8th verse of Shikshashtakam, that whatever, whether I am put into hell, whether I am put into heaven, whether I am put into whatever condition, miserable condition of life, whether Lord is in front of us or not in front of us, I continue to serve, worship, serve, satisfy and please the Supreme Lord, follow the instructions of my Guru. In that state, one will feel that I am progressing in devotional service. Otherwise, we all know what our anarthas are. We just need to do introspection. Today is auspicious occasion of Ekadashi, also in the Kartik month, the month of Radharani. We can introspect ourselves, right? Sometimes we think we are pure devotees. So, 20 years I'm chanting 16 rounds. Every day I wake up for Brahma Murta chanting, right? But what is in the mind when we are chanting? Right? What is it? I have to cook. Oh, my child has to go to school today. What will I dress I have to wear? Oh, I have to go in the Kartik program. Even in the devotional service, in the evening, I have to go for Kartik program. What if I don't get an auto? All that is there. Our anxieties are so much crippled in this material world, are so much contained in this material world, that if at all we progress and we get that bliss, we will experience it. You will know it, Prabhu. I don't have to tell you. Nobody needs to tell you you are experiencing bliss. Like Prabhupada gives a beautiful analogy of this gulab jamun or some other devotee was giving. Yeah. I hope that helps, Prabhu.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Karpagavali Mataji, last question.
Mataji, I want to know whether this Vaikunta is this thing highest or Goloka is highest. Mataji, is that one? Goloka Vrindavan.
Yeah, because in Ete Chamshakala Pumsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Mridayanti Yuge Yuge. Right? Vaikunta planets is the first expansion of Krishna is Balaram. After Balaram comes the Chaturyuha expansions, right? Sankarshana, Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudeva. And Sankarshana's expansion is only all of these Vishnus. So the Vishnu Loka, right? Krishna and Balaram, we know, are in Goloka Vrindavan Dham. So which is higher? You tell me, Goloka Vrindavan Dham or Vaikunta?
Goloka.
Yes, Mataji, you are perfectly
Goloka.
right. Haribol.
Yes,
Karpagavali Mataji ki jai. So our aspiration is to go to Goloka Vrindavan Dham, the topmost of all dhams,
yes,
the dham of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Haribol. That's why Krishna is called Avatari. And all of the avatars, Vishnu avatars, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, Parashurama, Sri Rama, Buddha, Kalki, all of them, they're all avatars. But avatari is Krishna. Yes, Padma Mataji, we'll end with you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. can you please put in the group these 6 characteristics of devotional service along with the Hindi meaning? I want the Hindi meaning also because Mataji, my Hindi is not very good. So I want to know
Yes,
the
yes.
exact meaning of each one. Huh? Thank
Sure.
you, Mataji. Dandat pranam.
Hare Bol. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila
Ki
Gurudev
jai.
ki jai. Bhakti Rasamrita
Ki
Sindhu
jai.
ki jai. Nectar of Devotion
Ki
ki Jagat Guru Srila
jai.
Prabhupada ki jai. Ekadashi Vrata ki jai. Kartik Man ki jai. Vidyan Mahamotsava ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Bol. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Mataji, one last
Medhavi
thing.
Mataji ki jai.
Analogy I have written ear,
Vaishnava.
heart. In the chat I have written
Hare
ear,
Krishna.
heart means when you hear from the when you hear the holy names from the ear, they will go into the heart. So ear, heart means ear, HEAR and HEART, heart. So that I have just written analogy in the chat. Okay, that's it. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Dandat pranams. Thank you very much for your kind encouraging words.
Hare
Jagat Guru
Krishna,
Srila
Mataji.
Prabhupada. Jai. Yes, Prabhu.
Mataji, tomorrow is
Okay.
class is there or not, Mataji?
Yeah, tomorrow we will start with chapter number 2. So we'll meet you all at 11:30 tomorrow. We'll continue with our Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. We continue to drown in the ocean of
Mataji.
nectar.
Mataji, other classes were suspended, Mataji. That's why I am asking.
So tomorrow we will have. No. Tomorrow we will have Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu class. And Monday, Tuesday, we will have holiday for Deepavali and Govardhan Puja. And then we'll resume chapter 2 continuation on Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday is Chutti. Tomorrow, please join in 11:30. The ecstasy of devotional service continues tomorrow. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki
Hare
jai.
Krishna, Mataji.
Jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna,
All
Mataji.
good is to
Dandat
Guru and
pranam.
Gauranga. Hari Bol.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Dandat pranam.
Thank you. Dandat pranams.
Dandavat pranam.
Mataji, with your permission, can I end the session, Mataji? Hare Krishna. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you so much.